Today fishing in northeast Georgia. We are targeting flatheads currently, but we will also be targeting blues, and hopefully we can catch some fish not only to take pictures of but to take home and to fillet and eat. So stick around, hang out, grab your boat snacks, and let's see how we do.
Oh.
Today's bait, we have live gizzard shad that we are currently using. We do have a cut white bass, and then later on we'll probably get into cut gizzard shad, but we are currently running the majority of live baits. Hello. Would you like some boat snacks? I told everybody else to grab their boat snacks, and you don't have yours.
Next to me, like closest to me.
Is it in preschool?
That guy slapped.
Well, hello everybody.
Welcome in, welcome in.
We are excited to be home, fishing our home waters.
I gotta quit watching them. Those gizzard shad are freaking trimmering. They're so scared.
They're shaking in their boots.
They don't have boots. If they had them, I'm sure they would shake in them, but
They're shaking their scales off.
they are definitely shaking their scales off out there.
Looks very complicated setup.
Pretty simple. Basically a three-way with a fixed weight, and a live bait on a hook, thrown out in a big fan pattern. And let them sit in the rod holder. And
Shout out from San Diego. Welcome in, San Diego.
welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm pretty sure that guy's.
He goes, help, 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 help. That's what all those wiggles are, or help helps.
I think he's wrapped himself around the main line, to be 100% honest.
This setup is lit. Thank you so much. Man, that's a nice setup. You know, it took us a while to get. Oh, that one got slapped outside.
That's looking rather slack. about clicker fishing.
What's that?
And this is the only thing about fishing in free spool and clickers. Is when they get slack lines, then you have to get up and kind of finesse it. I'm just bummed I missed that first fish. Couldn't even get all the rods out before. Boom.
Well, we did scout this area as a very high probability flathead area.
Yeah, we only bumped the boat off 3 stumps.
Only 3.
And we were smoking some stumps trying to get in here.
So there is some flooded timber further that way, and then this is just stumps.
Big stump field.
Big stump field. So we are fishing
Super shallow stump field.
heavy structure. There's a lot of structure in this area, which is ideal for flatheads. So we are hoping to get... I hear a live well. Yes, that would be our extreme bait tank. It is currently running to keep all of our gizzard shad
Happy and healthy.
happy and healthy and live. Look at that puppy. Yes, she is excited to be back out on the water. If you guys can't keep your comments family friendly, you will be booted. No ifs, ands, or buts. We pride ourselves in promoting a family friendly channel that allows anglers of all ages to come in and hang out, learn something new, and enjoy a good community. Yes, we are currently fishing for flathead catfish. Later on, we'll switch things up. But this was an area that we have kind of been itching to target. Ooh, ooh.
It's just the boat shifting. From where I reeled the slack out of it earlier.
I was getting excited.
But what is your line doing?
It was just dancing. My little gizzard shad is pulling on the line saying, "Help, help, help, help."
I think he's wrapped around it.
That's what you said. You keep asking me what it's doing, and I keep telling you he's screaming for help.
He's pulling on the line. I don't want to walk down here no more, guys. Put me back. Put me back. Help, help. I'm falling and I can't get out.
Okeechobee, Florida passing through. Well, thank you for stopping in. Best of luck. We are in Northeast Georgia.
Okeechobee's a legendary fishery.
It is. His beard is as long as your hair. I still think my hair is a little bit longer than his beard.
Yeah, but I give you a good run for your money.
You do.
You better be careful getting it trimmed or I'll pass you.
I think I was thinking about getting it cut. We run bass and crappie charters down here. It's small water charters. They've been in here before.
Yeah.
I remember you saying that last live.
They go chase the old ditch pickle and speckle shad.
That's right.
Old speckle shad sandwich don't sound too bad. I didn't bring anything to try to catch one of those today. I guess we'll have to have a whisker fish sandwich.
Yeah, that's true. You ate all of your boat snacks. I'm so proud of you.
And then she curled up in her bed. She was like, "All right, guys, nap time."
Nap time until she hears clickers.
Yeah. I don't even know that she's got to hear a clicker. I think you can just stand up and she'd go running.
She said, I got to miss the party last weekend. We've got 6 thumbs up. We've got 36 people hanging out. Make sure to subscribe and thumbs up and leave us a comment if this is the kind of content you enjoy watching. Right now we're just watching Gizzard Shad shake the scales off.
Would this be considered a pole dance?
No. No, I don't think so.
Because we got 2 that are really just...
You know, with those bullseye floats, I bet it's down there shaking like a Macarena. That's not one of... Not Macarena, you know...
Maraca?
Maraca. My
Hey, Macarena.
Yeah, that's exactly what's going on down there. See?
Hey, Macarena. Da, da.
Gizzard Shad are out there losing their minds. I'm surprised neither one of those got hit again. With how quickly you got bait robbed.
Man, he smoked that bait. Oh, a little twisty.
Wind shift.
Yeah.
Any swamp monsters lurking?
The puppy scared herself. I mean, I haven't seen any today. But to be honest, you never can tell.
Like crocodiles?
I
No.
ain't seen no crocodilators yet.
No crocodilators. Come here, little speeder. Don't balloon in the boat. Go on with your bad self.
Does the chat know the difference between an alligator and a crocodile? One you see later, and one after a while. Hey!
Did not know that's where you were going with that. Goodness gracious.
You see him later, he's an alligator, and after a while, it's a crocodile.
I bet he's wrapped around the main line with it doing this.
I kind of want to check it just because I think it'll affect hook setting.
Okay.
Just for how much time goes. Hey, y'all simmer down Well, I gotta be honest with you. He's tangled on nothing.
Not tangled on anything?
No, he's just angry. So we'll send him back out there to come to his life. I'm sure he has high ambitions. He's got to have high hopes. Yep. 15 minutes into sitting on this anchor spot, and I'm ready to do something else.
I have a lakeside cabin, but I have never fished. You're missing out.
Fishing brings a lot of really good peace. I don't know which rod that was.
I don't either. Oh, yeah. We do find a lot of peace in fishing. And if you have a lakeside cabin, it's definitely something to go out and do one day. Whether you're fishing for bluegill, you know, smaller fish, or you're chasing catfish like we are. It depends on what species of fish your body of water has. It's something to look into. And it's definitely something to give a try.
To get into fishing, though, you just put a worm under a bobber, cast it out, and just hang out. Turn your phone off, and just prop your feet up by the water. Just chill.
Good morning. Kevin Nugent says, in America, you only allowed fishing lines.
I don't.
I read what it said. Well, in the state of Georgia, we are not limited in the amount of rods we can fish with.
I don't know that that's what he was talking about. I don't know what he was talking about.
I don't either, but
Because his statement was as far from factual as possible.
yeah.
In Virginia, which is in America, you can use gill nets to catch shad.
And in some states, you
can use
use
cast nets. You can use jugs, bush hooks, limb lines, trot lines.
Now, in America, each state has each state. Do you know which one that one was?
Nope.
Each state has its own regulation on what you can and cannot use. Long time ago, my parents took me fishing and cut the worm and hook it. I couldn't bear myself to hurt the worm.
No. Sometimes sacrifices have to be made for the greater good. And I think that is one of those situations.
Yeah.
Well, the poor fish got to eat too.
Wildcat just stopped by to smash the thumbs up. Wish you as luck today.
We appreciate you.
Thank you.
I am extremely disappointed with this spot, with how active it was to start with.
I agree. I just don't know how we would, without moving, change how we're fanned out.
Oh, I know exactly how to do that.
The one thing about fishing while you're being, one thing about anchor fishing is it requires a lot of patience.
And I have none. But I'm going to give it a solid half hour.
Simon Outdoors says hi. Hello. See, I don't understand.
What?
Just the amount of fish that are swimming under the boat.
Yeah. They can also be gar, though.
That is true. it was the same rod that did it twice. It's the lighter one. More cowbells.
Always more cowbell.
Ooh, that breeze.
That's what I say. It's kind of cool for how hot it was when we first got started and put the bimmy in. It's super peaceful out here today.
It is peaceful out here today.
That was two different rods.
What's that?
Just us twisting. Here in a minute, you're gonna hear it, and then it's just gonna take off screaming. We're gonna flip out. Something that's really kicking. I really thought with that being a traditionally wet roll bank, and it's not really like it would just be the hottest spot.
Well, I don't disagree. I mean, when we first got here, I saw shad flicking in the shallows. You see them flick over there. So
How do they do that?
They just flick.
Do they put that much sass in it when
And
they
they
do?
do. Some of them do. Some of them add an extra layer of sass to their flicks.
Oh my god, like whatever.
Exactly. I mean, when you look at the shad out there jiggling the lines, they're full of sass. They're not about it today.
The old sassy shad.
Mm-hmm. Good morning. Have they caught any yet? No. We had just gotten started when we started the live. We had some decent hits.
Had some interest, but it was just more like something swiping at them, not
Yeah.
committed. But that's okay. You're gonna give the first anchor spot 30 minutes. The downfall of flathead fishing is traditionally you can't mark flatheads. They kind of blend into the bottom too well. That's their ambush opportunity and camouflage, makes them such an apex predator. So you have to fish high probability locations for flatheads. And sometimes there's one home and one hungry, and sometimes there's not. I think today there was only one in the area right here, and well, we got him to hit once, but he pulled the bait and didn't get a hook.
It's also a new spot for us.
Yeah. It's a good thing it's a new spot, because I sure have slapped the motor on, or slapped the bottom of the boat on a lot of stuff already. That was not the boat shift.
Yeah, the problem is I don't know which one it was.
Me neither. I'm sure we'll figure it out soon. Give this spot about 6 more minutes, and then we'll skedaddle on around the corner.
And Nolan says, good luck.
We appreciate all you guys hanging out with us. I fully expected just an absolute tank of a blue cat to roll in here and steamroll one. Come cruising up that channel just around this point.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of why I threw that one straight out toward the channel. It was like, there's a blue cruising that channel. He's gonna come up there and smoke that shit.
Well, even the ledge of the channel would be ideal, but
Well, that was why I was trying to set up closer to the point earlier, but
we just kept getting.
the wind was not having it. I'm trying to stick to giving each spot a full 30 minutes.
I'm proud of you.
Oh, I am counting the seconds. Like, we got 4 more minutes, guys.
Flatheads take a lot of patience.
And I have none.
Okay, so the question is do you want a flathead or not?
Yes. But it's my flathead and I want it now. Why can't our flatheads be like Tennessee River flatheads and just smoke a cut bait on a drag?
Unfortunately,
Oh shit, oh shit.
unfortunately, our waters aren't as awesome as their waters are. I don't know what to tell you. That's a weird mark. There's a ton of bait on your side of the boat.
Yeah. Then be shad.
Would you like more boat snacks?
Item done with my own.
Alright, I'll give you that. It's been 30 minutes.
I did the best I could.
What do you want me to do with my little guys?
Leave them hanging before the journey. Very aggressive. in the morning. Almost 11 o'clock. Already got booze on the bow. Slime on the hook. I saw it get bumped. Good gracious, we got a whole bunch of people just showed up. Charlie! What's up, buddy? Just keep your, yeah, you're doing great. I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut now. Hey, we're... One of the most important things. Gotta have a trolling motor remote. We're not going nowhere. We are in shallow and sketchy enough water that it is 100% trolling motor driving. We're in Georgia, Chaos. Elbow, you're never late. Always on time. You're right precisely when you need to.
Oh, yes. You know, that's what I like about having live scope on a trolling motor. That you'll get to see the stumps before you hit them.
Yeah, but they're all sketchy.
Are they?
Oh, yeah.
In the stump field. Because why not? Hi, guys. So we are trying to make our way to anchor spot number 2.
Making our way downtown.
I am stressed. Watch the screen. All the stumps. Yeah. Oh, move back over. I don't want to see live scope. Lindsay says that they're getting ready to go out fishing. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning.
I told you we were, if you heard bumps, it would be okay.
Is it catfish kind of day? Yes, it is a catfish kind of day. We decided to try a new spot that is currently in a stump field to target some flatheads. Oh. Did you just put us in spot lock?
I did.
Okay.
Well, mainly because I want to fish the complete opposite direction that we're facing. Spot lock will get me there.
The amount of stumps on live scope are kind of stressful. Love that boat. Thank you so much. I'm gonna I'm gonna just sit back, you know, right here and try not to look at that screen.
What's that muddy spot right
I don't know. What is that muddy spot right there? Okay.
there? We're only in 3 foot of water.
You're in 3 foot of water. I'm still in 5.
Hey, babe, you want to see the landscape? Look right there.
Wait, where? Oh, you mean that stump?
You see there's slightly brown spots?
Yeah.
That's land.
Ah. I can definitely see all of the stumps in detail on side scan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I personally feel like 3 foot of water is a premium place for some absolute tanks.
I don't disagree with you. The Lord subbed catfishing and a dog. I'm in. Yeah, well, awesome. Um, Georgia goes on 90% of our fishing trips. So there's a lot of times where we are catfishing. There's times where we're bass fishing, crappie fishing. We do a little bit of everything. I mean, look at that princess. Just hanging out in Richard's chair.
Look at the baby. That is a stud of a fish swimming in front of us.
No. It said you wanted me to stick. Well, we're stuck. Just started back after 3 years of no fishing. Nice.
My dumb shad.
Did they get tangled?
He wrapped himself up around my power pole.
Oh. I have mine just where they're barely, you know, they're surfing.
The power poles are all twisted. See?
Well, I don't.
I'll fix him. Bet he won't do that now.
Probably not. How deep where you're at? It is currently
3.8 feet.
3.8 feet. We are shallow, heavy structure fishing.
If it ain't shallow, I don't want it. We're so shallow, the bait's on the bottom before you cast the rod out.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You know, I bet these shad don't appreciate getting thrown around.
I don't think so. You need another shed.
I do. I'll get to it in a minute.
Beautiful.
Somebody got me.
And then, you know, just a little bit off that side of the dock.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah.
Is that what you want?
Mhm.
You don't ask for a lot, do you?
Nope. Not at
Just
all.
perfectly placed.
Perfect. I don't know what you were complaining about. That was 100% spot on where I wanted it.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad.
All
All right, now give me a shad, woman. Ooh, big meaty boy. Hey, hey. He's on the spectrum. Big meaty angry guy. Blah, blah, blah. I got it. Before you hook yourself, I got it. Well, let's see what happens. Come on, Princess Peach. To the back cave. If this doesn't house a flathead, I don't know what to do anymore.
Scales.
Oh.
Put that guy in free spool with the clicker.
Yeah. We'll let him get a running start and then we'll just slam him in gear and get him to business. Show Charlie how to properly give one a business.
Rochester, New York. Welcome in. Hello to everybody that's just now joining. We are catfishing in Northeast Georgia.
We're on spot number 2. We're 0 for 1. Right as we first cast it out, we had one just absolutely fold the rod over. Pulled the bait and didn't get a hook. Unfortunately, in live bait fishing, that happens. But man, it looked like it was going to be a mean flathead.
Hello from France. Great Falls, South Carolina, Texas. Fishy, fishy, fishy.
Everybody tell us where you're at.
Yes, tell us where we're at. We had
Roll
somebody
call.
from Hungary earlier.
Hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a roll call. How many countries and states do we have?
Charlie. Hello from Chesterfield, Virginia. Ohio. Yorkshire, UK. Southwest Florida. North Pole, Alaska. Let's go.
We got Santa Claus in the chat. Or Mrs. Claus.
Dennis G.
Dennis. He's Santa Claus now.
Catch anything? Parker Walleye, we are trying.
Just pulled up to our second stop in the stump field.
We got another one from the UK.
The UK's showing out strong today.
Name a car for a edit.
Name a car?
I don't know. Biggest cat is 25-pound blue. That's awesome.
It's a good fish.
Live bait or dead bait? We are using live bait, and then we do have one rod that has cut white bass. So we're doing a little bit of both. Ho ho! Charlie's on it.
What was that? The car edit?
Yeah. Fish, get out of my dream and into my boat.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Jamie caught like 3 flatheads while we were in Alabama, and I didn't even get one.
I only caught 2.
Oh, my bad. She only caught 2. She caught twice as many flatheads in Alabama as I have caught. I haven't even caught a flathead
I didn't
this year.
catch a flathead in Alabama last year.
That's because we only caught 1 flathead.
Oh, but it was such a good flathead.
He was pretty. I love it.
We are in the United States.
Flatheads are the best. You can't go wrong with a good flathead.
Are you having fun up there?
What's the Peach doing on the front deck all by her lonesomes?
Looking out at the water. Having her ears blow back in the wind.
Yeah, just flapping in the wind.
Yeah. She's just chilling.
What are you doing, Peaches?
What are you doing?
Well, hello there.
Sweet baby.
The prettiest princess at the party.
I cannot wait for her bandanas to come from Harley. She can wear bandanas on the boat.
You having a good day? Are you having a good day, little puppy?
She said, yeah. I got some sleep. I didn't get to sleep in, though. And Mom shared her breakfast burrito with me. And she even put treats in my boat's neck. Any catches? Not yet. Y'all did such a good job cleaning your boat the other day. You can come do mine.
That had to be Charlie.
Yep.
Hey, at least my back deck is gray now, not brown.
Angela, if you're asking how many rods we need, 8 is a pretty good number for us. He gets to fish with 4, I get to fish with 4, but we have used up to 16 rods.
Yeah, it depends on what we're doing.
Depends on what we're doing. It depends on which state we're fishing in and what we're allowed to fish with. But here in our home state, we are not limited by the number of rods we can use. We are in Georgia.
People see 8 rods and they freak out, but nobody cares about the yahoos down the way from us that have 150 pool noodles cut up and thrown in the water with hooks on them that swim all over the place. Like, I feel like that's excessive. At least we're sitting here actively manning the equipment we're fishing with.
8 is crazy, let alone 16. I mean, it really just depends on the situation you're in.
It's about covering water.
Yeah.
It's not... Now, I'll be honest, it did get a little crazy in Alabama running 8. We caught 7 fish as fast as we could reel them in. But then we went several hours without a fish.
Right.
So, like, with where we're sitting now, if you only threw 1 rod out, you're fishing a 5-foot little hole. You know, that bait's swimming around in that little area. And now we're able to fan cast across the back of the boat. We're pretty much covering all of the water, 100 foot off each side of the boat, and all the way around the back in 180 degrees. When we're trolling, we use planer boards to space the rods out so that we can actively cover a roughly 2 to 250 foot wide stretch of water, and we drive until there's hungry fish. So the amount of rods is not even remotely close to directly related to the amount of fish you catch. Just the volume of water that you can cover. So it's about efficiency. You don't want to run more rods than you're comfortable with, because then you get tangled up and you spend all day fixing a mess. But you want to be efficient and cover water. You spend a bunch of money on a boat to go to the fish. You want to be able to cover that water.
Are you in a lake, river, or canal?
So we are technically in a river. We are in the river section of Lake Oconee. So we've moved up above the kind of stagnant lake area and are up into kind of the current of the river putting water into the lake. The only downfall is the wind is blowing against the current, so it's kind of yucky over here.
We are using big bait, question mark? No, we're using small bait.
I mean, it's a relative term.
We're using smaller bait than we were all last week.
We are still throwing whole gizzard shad, though.
Yes, but they're not big gizzard shad. They're not the big ones in the cooler.
Was it Charlie asking if it's small
No.
baits? Oh.
We are pretty heavily regulated in I'm assuming Australia.
Is it
And
the US?
yeah.
Yeah.
And I like it that way. Keeps our fish stock good too.
So, we are heavily regulated, but our area has so much water and such a large biomass of fish. You know, if you're inland water fishing in Australia, you don't have near as much water volume. Yeah. One of the lakes we fish has over 900 miles of shoreline. It's 56,000 acres of water. At its deepest point is 200 feet deep. There's just so much mass there that it's hard to, outside of commercial fishing and just blatant disregard for conservation and over harvesting, the average recreational angler isn't keeping enough fish to impact the waterways. Yeah, even running all of the gear that we run, if we catch 12 fish on a rod and reel in a day, that's a great day.
Yeah. Technically, you're in a boat. Where are y'all at? We are in northeast Georgia. Somebody asked, is that Cordele or Macon?
No, so we're just south of Athens. Cordele. That's a watermelon capital of the world.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. They used to have a asphalt circle track there,
Yeah.
and it was Watermelon Speedway.
Oh. See, I didn't know that. Growing up where I grew up, our watermelons came from Green River.
I mean, I don't know that
Green
the
River,
world
Utah.
acknowledges. Huh. Side step so I can see the line. Well, I'd say you probably just got bait round. No?
Nope.
Is it fish or limb brim?
It's a limb brim.
A limb brim? That's pretty funny. Well, let's not high stick that thing slap. I need to get the net, or you got this thing under control?
I don't have this thing at all. I don't know where to go.
Well, that's just simmer down. It's just like landing a fish. It's not going anywhere, so you can chill. Put that one in the rod holder. That one in the rod holder.
This is not looping anymore.
Okay, well, hold on. I gotta figure out what the trolling wire's doing. It was being a bit ridiculous. Hello. That little dog needs a fish. I agree. This has some crazy colors. Excuse me, little dog. That's not for you.
Fresh boat snacks. Do you guys catch your own live bait?
Yes, we do.
Yes, we do. We actually went out and caught all of our bait.
At about 1 o'clock this morning.
Yeah. Use the dog as bait. No.
No, she's kind of fond of the dog. In 30 minutes.
Okay.
That's slightly thick, that roll. Snag it again.
What does it feel like?
Well, when you're in stump field, you gotta get them up and skim them across the water. All right. Onwards to glory. Let's go to the next place.
The dog is looking for a fish. She is always looking for a fish. Did you want to go on the bow with Dad? Go on. Go. Go up there. You can go. They're back there surfing. What? Dodging trees.
How you gonna put a flooded timber sign interested and have a tree standing out of water right there?
I'm not sure, honey. Hello. I always wonder, don't your lines get tangled when you guys cast them at the same time? No. We try to fan them out when we cast them out. So then that way they don't tangle and we are targeting different areas. Oh, she's eating bug snacks. Do you want me to go make sure your guy's clear?
Nah. I'm waiting on Spotlight to get us turned back into the wind real quick, and then we're gonna drop them down. It'll work. Definitely works till it don't. Hey, little buddy. I'm getting pretty good at that side.
Mm-hmm. Did you want a blooper? No? Okay.
Please get out of that tree.
Wrong side of the tree, honey.
Yeah, I just wanted it next to the tree. I didn't want it over the tree.
Island hopper, we are targeting both. We are
So we're
targeting.
definitely looking more toward heavy structure flathead areas.
No. So he asked, are you guys chasing edible fish or just catch and release?
Yeah, it depends on.
Depends on the size.
Before I really chase edible fish, I really want flathead.
Yeah. Big dummy, there is nothing in that live well.
Be nice to that princess.
She's being a silly goose.
She always is. Kind of like her MO.
I think the big thing is she can hear the water splashing in the live well.
Yeah.
And so she's like, there must be something in there.
It's a fair assessment. It's making noise and it normally does.
Facts.
Well, let's see what happens. So what happened was, we're probably going to shift around a good bit because we're in a little bit deeper water, so we don't have as good of a bite with the power poles.
Is that inside rod? Okay, I've been watching your shad go a little crazy on your outside rod.
Yeah, I saw that too. I just want a flathead. Give me one flathead, we'll go drag for blue cats and catch food the rest of the day. I mean, technically, I'd probably try to get two, so I get one, you get one. But I think I'd rather catch me one.
I mean, to be fair, I did catch a small flathead on Hartwell. So if I don't catch a flathead, I won't do that.
I forgot that you caught that flathead up in the river.
Yeah.
You've caught 3 flatheads this year.
I have.
Well, that's not fair at all.
I don't think I caught any flatheads last year.
Well, what's that got to do with this year? That's
This
last year.
I'm
That's
making
done
a
gone.
comeback. I'm
That's
making a
gone.
comeback
No.
this year.
You say that till I reel that 55-pound flathead in.
You got to catch a 40 first.
I didn't catch a 40-pound blue first. But there he is.
No.
92-pound flathead. Fixing to smoke that shad.
If he's 92 pounds.
Well, if he's 92 pounds, people better be getting on the phone and figure out where we weighed state record Georgia fish. And we'll be live the whole time.
We get flathead here too, but I'm guessing they are completely different fish.
Nope. Wait, where are you?
I believe island hopper is Australia. Yes, island hopper's Australia.
Okay, so hold on. Let me see what an Aussie...
How about no?
Yes.
Sorry, I wasn't saying no about the flathead. I was saying no about everybody needs to be nice to the dog.
Kind of similar fish, but not really.
What do their flatheads look like?
Theirs is not a catfish, but very similar body structure.
Oh, I can pull it up on the tablet.
Hold on, she'll show you a flathead. Definitely a master of camouflage, apex, ambush predator. Notably, kind of a swimming stomach.
Similar.
They're very similar fish in how they look.
Ours can live in saltwater and freshwater.
So
Fresh
our
water.
flatheads can tolerate some salt water, not near as well as other species of catfish.
Here's last week, or here's the little flathead I caught 2 weeks ago.
So we'll give flathead attempts till 12:15, and then I kind of just want to go drag.
Okay. The question is, for our drag, do we want to go to from there to there, or start over there, or work our way that way?
I'm kind of thinking we'll go around this timber. And then work our way back to the bridge along the shallow flat.
Okay. Like start our drag off that point and then.
Yeah.
Okay. They look a lot thicker than ours.
Yeah, flatheads, they're just really long, but they do get very thick across the top. They're just not very tall. Like if you're going from like anal fin to dorsal fin, height-wise on the body, they're not a very tall fish.
Let me show that 46. Because that's a pretty good. I've got different angles of that one. Ooh, too far.
So they get super wide, but they're not tall. Where blue cats kind of get shaped more like a football.
And then I have your flathead.
I don't understand why we're not catching fishies up in here. Unless they're just deeper, but I don't see them being that much deeper.
Your flathead.
He was a good flatty.
And then my little guys.
Yeah.
It's our fall flatties. We catch some really good flatheads in the fall. That's crazy. And you said they're a type of catfish.
Yes.
Yes.
They have barbels. What we call whiskers.
Mm-hmm.
And they have been known to get over 100 pounds. Which I don't remember what the kilogram to pound conversion is.
Do you want me to look it up? Okay. I was going to say, because I just put my towel back for the third time.
Hey Google. Hey Google. What is the pounds to kilograms conversion? So roughly half. Should be like 46 kilograms. Would be a just absolute giant flathead.
Around 50 kilograms, he says.
Yeah. He figured it out faster than I did. 0.45 is the actual conversion rate. Which probably is not a linear conversion considering the different measuring systems.
Are you live on YouTube Shorts? No, we're just live on YouTube.
So because we're vertical, the YouTube Shorts feed will show the live stream to let you guys from YouTube Shorts that are scrolling just come in and hang out. You know, some days good, some days not. Hey, you remember that pontoon that was throwing noodles that I was complaining about?
Yeah.
There's one of their fish.
Shocker.
Or, I don't know if there's necessarily fish on it, but it's definitely one of their noodles. There's probably fixing to be a whole brigade of them just blow in.
That one was more than likely a fish.
Yeah, I would argue there's probably fish on that one.
Because they were, you know, more in, but closer to the shoal on that side.
Almost a mile away from us, though.
I know.
That's why I can't stand those people. Like, stay with your gear. It's okay. We'll do covert Operation Catch and Release when we get to it. Because they'll never find it. They won't come into this stump field to look for it. Most people won't bring their boats out here. Thankfully, we have a sea arc. We don't have to worry about bumping a stump. It'll be fine. You just don't hit it fast. I mean, I'm sure it'd be terrible.
It's not one of those. If at first you don't succeed.
Back up and hit it with speed. That's always the answer.
No.
100% that's the answer.
I don't think so.
I mean, I think so.
I'm on YouTube Shorts.
Well,
Nice.
welcome in from YouTube Shorts.
Kaden Mays says, what lake are y'all on?
We are technically on the river, but we started on Lake Oconee. We're just up above the lake.
Why isn't the boat rocking as much? Are you using a Seakeeper?
We are not. It's just these little ripply waves aren't enough to pick up a boat of this size. This boat is 24 feet long. It is 72 inches across the bottom, 92 or 96 inches top rail to top rail. So there's just so much volume of boat that these little ripples don't really rock it much. It is moving, like we can feel it kind of bumping.
And we're also not on...
We're also power pole.
Yeah.
So we do have two big poles shoved into the ground off the back of the boat. If he's gonna do it, I wish he would just do it. That giant drop in slack in your line that you see, it's when the trolling motor actually gets us back to the spot lock spot and then lets off the power because it's fighting against the power poles to keep them pulled tight.
What's for bait? We are using gizzard shad
And white bass.
and white bass.
What?
Never mind.
You saw lines moving?
Your second one in. Yeah.
It's the trolling motor fighting to put us back
Yeah,
in place.
that's what I saw. Y'all caught anything? No? We've had some...
We've missed two.
Yeah, we've missed two.
Huh. Carp back there.
Where's
Corp.
Corp.
Kind of makes me want to cut up a piece of fish bites. Pull on that little circly hook. And yeah! See what it do. What that thing do, though?
I mean,
God, I bet a carp would be so much fun on that rod.
which one?
My Okuma combo. I don't.
Ah.
It wasn't a combo. I bought a rod and reel, but
Yeah, I remember.
with that peppermint tight line braid.
Well, to be fair, we did buy the blue collar
Yeah.
set, and then we've got the
I want to rig up the two on the hook rods
On the
and
hooks.
just catch something dumb with them.
and then you got that one. So it's like, well, which one?
That's something we need to do next week, is get those rods rigged up. And we'll use them to throw some like 3/4 ounce egg weights.
Okay.
So it'd be like swivel leader small diachi hook, 3/4 egg weight. Fling it out there and see if we can get some carpy carps while we're doing our flathead.
I mean, it's an idea.
Because I guarantee you, what this live stream really needs to get this party going is to have to stand there for 5 minutes and listen to a carp just smoke drag off a reel.
What kind of baits are you using? What trolling motor do you guys have?
You know, Garmin Kraken.
Can you explain the fishing rods? Are they different?
All the rods that you see behind you are Rippin' Lips Medium Heavy Legacy Special Edition blue and yellow rods. They are available at rippinlips.net. I believe Tackle Bandit has some of the blue and yellows in stock. I'm not 100% sure. Stock on them is almost out. Rippin' Lips did just drop all their new glow rods. And those are freaking awesome.
Just wait till you guys see the new ones.
You remember that jug we were talking about?
Yeah,
Where'd it go?
I told you there's fish on it. It's, you see the bank over there with the roots, like the big side where the roots are? Do you see that white thing floating?
Oh, I see the green jug now.
Yeah.
Put that one in preschool because
Playing with it.
something was bumpity, and I didn't want him to miss his meal because he got stuck by a weight and dropped it. Just let him swim off. He sounded like he wanted to RUN in OFT. That's run off.
Okay.
I can give him a little slack and let him run off.
I've been looking at Garmin's, but I'm probably going to go with Minn Kota.
So what kind of graphs are you going to run? Because that's what made the decision for me. One, I feel like the Kraken is superior. But like, if you take opinions of trolling motors out of the equation, I feel like at this point, the smartest choice is to match the electronics on your boat to the equipment on your boat. My power pole's linked to my Garmin. My trolling motor links to my graphs. everything's all networked together and works in unison. I can control the trolling motor from a graph. I can control the power poles from a graph. And if I had went with, like, say, an Altera Quest, I wouldn't have that option.
Georgia is the dog's name, and she is going to be 4. Oh my god. Her birthday's coming up.
Yeah.
Happy birthday. She's 4.
Are you ever going to grow up, or are you just forever puppy?
She's a young lady.
She's forever puppy. She refuses to get her adult coat.
I know.
I don't think at this point she's going to. I don't think she's going to be a majestic long-haired wiener. She's going to forever just have fluffy ears, tail, butt tufts, and toe tufts.
She's got a little bit of a tummy curtain.
It's smidgen. What about these ears? What about these? What's the deal with these? What these things do? What it do? What's that thing? You're ridiculous, dog.
Do you have a remote?
I do. I also have a foot pedal.
And we can control it from the grass.
See? Remote.
You'll never guess who's in the chat.
Who?
Andrew.
I know. I saw it.
Andrew's in the chat. So Island Hopper says, I have a Lowrance at the moment, but my upgrade to a bigger Simrad. I only fish in the ocean, and I haven't seen too many people with Garmin Krakens around the islands here.
Going saltwater, it depends on what kind of boat. You know, like, let's say you've got a, mid-20s, mid-30s foot catamaran. Rodan has a system to link 2 trolling motors together, so one off each side of the bow for those flatter-nosed catamarans. And I feel like that's a little bit better of an option.
The lighter rod just went slack.
Oh, it just went really. You got smacked. You didn't take it.
I can't tell with mine.
I don't feel like in saltwater applications, Garmin really has a strong standing with their units. I'm not personally a fan of Simrad units. I would rather have like a big GPS map from Garmin, like an 8612, 8616, something of that series. But I don't know, the Rodan systems in the ocean have been very, very well maintained as one of the top contenders for big water. But it also depends, around the island, I've never been on the ocean around Australia, so you could be in calmer seas that, a Riptide Tarova is a great option. It depends on shaft lengths and leverage, but really can't go wrong with Minn Kota. They've been the trolling motor game for.
Somebody asked how much was the whole setup, rods and boat.
If
And
you have
then-
to afford it.
Island Hopper said I have an 18-foot boat that I make 40 miles offshore to the reef.
And an 18-footer, I mean, honestly, a 36-volt Minn Kota Riptide Tarova is probably plenty.
He said most people run Minn Kota and Moto Guide around here. And then we got Rooster, says hello from Alabama. I just came across your live. What type of boat and how big is it?
Now, this is a 24-foot Sea Arc Pro Cat. It is a 2025 with like 23 hours on it.
Glacier Shark says, I think you need to put out more lines.
I mean, throwing line in the water is not going to be productive. That sounds just plumb ignorant.
That was your not blooping one.
Yeah. Kind of sad.
I just realized that.
Which we're only going to hang out here for about 5 more minutes, and then we're going to pull them all up, blooping or not.
Do you want me to pull 3s out?
It's time to get lighter before it's wet. I'm tired of this sitting around. I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
That's okay. We can go drag.
Okay. If at first you don't succeed, go fishing with speed. We'll drive around until we find a hungry fish. These fish don't want to play games with us. I wonder if I hug close to these timber markers, if we can drag. I'm going to try it. I'm going to try to just hug close to the buoys on this side in that deeper water to come back to here and get in over here, because we've taken the tundra this way. We drove with last year with Mama with the tundra this way, and we just ran close to the buoys.
We didn't cut through here.
No, we cut.
I know, we just have to be careful because the flooded timber does come out wider over here.
Yeah, we just hug these buoys until we get over in here,
Yeah.
and then we'll run an angle kind of this way.
Until we skirt that channel.
We'll skirt that channel and then kind of cut that curve. And then we'll be into this channel. Yeah.
We'll give it a go.
Sound like a plan, Stan? Hey, Macarena. Why'd you only get 60?